Last week on Knights of the Rolled Table, our heroes fought to escape Emberbrook with Queen Mora as an invading army led by the new enemy Cole Satori, formerly known as Massimo Lionheart, overwhelmed the town. In defense of the crown, the Queen's bodyguard Cobbles was struck down by the dark armored invader as the knights fled with the Crystal Council away to the capital of Falcon Reach.
Welcome tonight to Knights of the Rolled Table.
Oh, hi, I'm Weston, and I am playing coach.
I'm Matt. I'm playing Saeleas.
I'm Jen. I'm playing Sarsa.
And I'm Zach. I'm playing Jerik Dark Harbor.
And I'm Chris, and I'll be your dungeon master for this evening. We are going to have a guest player with us tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Marc, and I am an improviser friend and husband to Jen.
He's so handsome.
And we'll find about your character a little bit later,
Yeah.
because it'll be a little bit of surprise for some. So Mark's going to be joining us tonight. Welcome, Marc. Hey, Marc.
Yay!
It's been 3 days since the siege of Emberbrook and the loss of your friend and ally, Cobbles the Earth Genasi. You have also gathered that roughly over 100 townsfolk were killed in the attack, and almost all properties were destroyed, including Sarsa's boat.
Yes, a moment of silence.
Including Wayfarer's Tavern.
I think it was Wayfinders.
Wayfinders.
It doesn't matter now.
Yeah. Many of the survivors, including all of you, made your way on the royal airship, the Aravan, while others took to the sea in boats, and others still are unaccounted for. Thinking back to the night of the attack, this is kind of an internal flashback for you. As you flew away on the Queen's royal airship, you traveled several hours in the night until you arrived at Falcon Reach. Even though it was in the dark of night, you saw a lighted metropolis, and more importantly, it was in the air.
What?
Floating several hundred feet above the ground. You saw the natural purple iridescent glow within the island beneath the city, something, Saeleas, you would recognize as night crystals.
Night crystals?
And this is the same kind of purple energy that you saw also emanating around Cole Satori and kind of through his joints as well. As you're floating along in the airship, you're noticing also kind of purple energy. So it's all sort of coming from the same power source, this sort of purple glowing crystal that's powering some sort of levitation technology.
Okay.
As you flew further into the city, you passed towers and buildings of an ivory construction, very smooth. Think like sort of Middle Eastern, Indian in nature. You passed by areas of industry and residences, taverns, high towers. You landed on a platform to the side of what you can only imagine to be the palace of Queen Mora. You and the survivors of Emberbrook were quickly issued away by Callum, the dwarf monk that helped defend in the attack. You were led to the Ivory District, full of several inns, hotels, restaurants, and taverns that were quickly converted into shelters. You're staying currently in a modest inn called the Cloudkeeper Inn, about 2 to a room. So we need to decide who's staying with who.
I have to assume that Saeleas is staying with Jabin, unless Jabin went off doing something else.
Yeah.
And coach.
Yeah.
And Coach.
Coach, yes. Coach
That's
and
a dynamic that I
and Saeleas
really
are all
interested
sharing
in.
a room, and it's
Yes.
incredibly awkward.
So, yes.
Coach doesn't realize.
You sleep over there.
He has no idea.
Do you like
It's fine.
squats at 5 a.m.?
Yes, exactly.
I feel like Coach would be so sick of Saeleas by this point that he would absolutely have gone to any other room.
Yeah, but you're literally the only person I know.
That's true.
So a little bit about Falcon Reach itself. It's as you've kind of looked around the town, and you probably didn't go too far, but it's a makeup of about 50% dwarves, a little bit of elves, there's some half-elves, humans, and about 5% everything else. There's a melting pot of like a lot of different stuff. You see a lizard folk. You saw a couple of genasi walk by of various elemental styles. Some half-orcs, some orcs. What you do notice, though, about the cultural makeup is that the dwarves, specifically, do not seem to hold any kind of higher position of social status. Thank you. They tend to have, like, blue-collar jobs, blue-collar occupation. You see a lot of people coming in looking like they've had a really hard day's work. A couple of the dwarves that walk by or that, are kind of crowded together look like they're pretty grizzled, and they tend to vanish during the day.
Do we see anybody giving unusual looks to the fact that we've got, like, Coach and Jabin hanging out with non-dwarves?
Make a perception check.
Oh, and so I will.
First roll of the night.
10 plus 0 is 10.
You notice people looking, but only because they've all heard that you are survivors of this tragedy, and it's like, oh, they're survivors. Nothing with a 10, nothing unusual. Although a couple people look at Coach's legs because they're quite impressive.
That's not unusual.
So the first day was mostly just, it was a very long night. So the first day was a lot of just sleeping in, resting, recovering, getting some nourishment. Pretty quiet day overall. You were checking on other people that you knew around town. The second day there was a memorial service, kind of a general memorial service in honorarium for everyone that had fallen. You saw several members of the Crystal Council that were in Emberbrook, including the Queen, shows up, heavily guarded, so you were not able to actually approach her. Would all of you have gone to this memorial, or?
Literally nothing else to do.
Was there an open bar?
There was a tavern attached to your inn, so you could go to that if you want.
Then
after
yes.
that.
I think Jabin would have dragged Saeleas there.
A lot of because there's been a large outpouring and social support, so many of the drinks over the last couple of days have been free. Meals have been brought. There's been a pretty supportive community in Falcon Reach. You guys definitely were noticed by a lot of the people, both in town and by like royal guards and things like that. So there was a lot of there have been a lot of like good handshakes, and people that have survived have said like thank you for doing that, but not so much by the Queen or anybody in the Crystal Council. But after the ceremony, Kishara comes up to you and says, you and your party have been requested to attend the Crystal Council meeting tomorrow morning. We have important issues to discuss.
Oh.
Will you be able to join us?
Yes, of course.
And, Saeleas,
Yes.
if you can bring your husband as well.
Oh, yes. I'm sure he would love to attend.
Is this will you be hiring our services for this situation, or will we do this pro bono?
It is a private matter that we hope to discuss in the Crystal Chamber, so...
Don't suppose you'd like to recognise the efforts that we've already put forward for you?
I'm sorry, we have to go. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
We look forward to it.
It's kind of rude.
I agree. I thought you two were very rude. Asking for money right now? This is just a serious emergency.
I was talking... No, that's not at all what I was... Okay.
I was asking for money. Yes.
Yeah, I figured. It's fine. Help them out.
Listen, it was our necks on the line. We're the reasons most of these people are still alive. All right? And it's terrible what happened, but that doesn't mean that life has to stop going on.
This is like the second city I've been in that just went up in flames.
And do you suppose there's a pattern there?
Yeah, I hope not. It's not how I want to live my life, is going from city to city and then it just erupts in nothingness. Gets overtaken by vines and flames and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Perhaps that is a thing. Is there a city that we would like to see burn? We could take you there.
Let's not do that.
I would like to test this.
Let's just stay in this one and try not to have it
Jerik,
burn.
I'm
Is that a
rather
good
partial
plan?
to that idea. It sounds quite
We're
fascinating.
so worried about Falcon Reach.
All right, look,
now.
let's just agree. If this city is set on fire, then we'll just take them around to places we want to burn.
The night goes on, and what do you guys do the night before the meeting?
I mean, probably drink.
Probably have a few rounds. We'll probably hang out. Sarsa has definitely taken it upon herself to like tell stories about cobbles and drink quite a bit.
Seemed like we would have really gotten along.
Yeah, I think you would have liked him. He was a stand-up bloke.
Yeah, he seemed really nice.
He was a very nice young man. I appreciated his company.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him in my mines.
He did love a good mine.
You'd honestly be super happy in your mind.
You guys are breaking my heart right now.
Oh, cobbles.
Jerik,
people
what do you
made-
suppose that there pretty princess, I mean queen, sorry. What do you suppose she's wanting from us?
Hopefully to hire us and to do something because, I don't know, I need to do something right now.
Frankly, if I have to sit on me bum one more day, I'm going to go stark raving mad.
If my books are any indication, this is exactly how most adventures start. I expect we will have a great deal of adventures coming upon us.
The good news is I feel like we were not very good business owners, and so, this is definitely our fault. The end of that bar, we cannot be blamed for that.
No.
We
Jerik,
might even be
are
able to
you
make some sort of an insurance claim.
Are you truly saying that it's our fault that our bar literally got burnt to crisp?
No, I'm saying it's not. I mean, I'm saying, honestly, 2 or 3 more good weeks, and we wouldn't have owned that bar anyway. So, really, I feel like we could spin this in our favor a little bit.
Does anyone know if the insurance agency burnt down as well?
Well,
D&D,
shoot, that's a loophole,
the
isn't it?
the insurance settlement.
You see a dwarf with
A briefcase.
You see a dwarf with dark hair, kind of braided beard. Oh, can I get you anything else for tonight? Any other drinks?
What do you think? One more round of whiskey?
Sure, for cobbles.
For cobbles.
I'll take some water.
All right.
I'd like a mead, please.
I'll have his whiskey.
All right.
Jabin,
Couple of whiskeys, mead, water coming up.
how are you holding up with all of this?
I think it could be better. I mean, a lot of our investment kind of went up in flames, supposedly. Sorry, I'm so sorry about all your books.
It's okay. I'm hopeful that the fireproof safe in the basement will have held out.
Well, on the bright side, I mean, there is that library you wanted to see here in town. And
That's true.
I mean, maybe if we get some, I don't know what this meeting is tomorrow. Why would they want me to be there? I'm not a hero.
Oh, you're a hero to me.
Oh
Well.
my god.
You're a hero to me. All right.
I look forward to that anthem, Weston.
You are a
All right. So the night goes on. There's some drinks exchanged.
Coach is going to walk over to one of the dwarves, assuming they're coming back from
Yeah,
whatever
this is-
they're doing.
This is at the bar. This is at the tavern while you guys are drinking.
Well, look at you lot. You look like you're a bunch of hard-working fellas. And lady, I'm sorry. It was the beard.
No problem.
It happens sometimes. Sorry. Well, you all look like you're a bunch of hard-working dwarves. What have you been up to all day?
Just working in the mines.
You work in the mines?
Well, well, somebody's got to. I mean, where do you think they get all this floating technology then?
Well, you know.
Which area do you work in? Or are you just one of them health and fitness instructors?
Excuse me, sir. I happen to own a mine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What part? The South Bend?
It's out in a city called Ironhaven, if you've heard of it.
I have not.
But, I mean, we export like everywhere.
I'm a 4th generation dwarf, born and raised here in Marcessa.
Do you like working here in Marcessa? Because there's opportunities everywhere. And he pulls out his card, his little piece of metal slate, and throws it on the table. And it goes,
And you see the female dwarf look at it and be like, Ironhaven, you say?
yeah. It's quite special. We're starting up a new mine there. You can get yourself a real good position up in the.
How far is that?
It's a couple weeks journey.
And another shorter, really rough-looking beard. He does not condition. Comes up and he's like,
Shame.
I don't trust any dwarves hiring people. He's probably not going to pay us anything.
What? Excuse me, sir. That is insulting. Of course I would pay you fair state.
I know you're like. You come in here and try to take all of our workers. We don't want to leave. We've got a position here.
All right, I'm just saying there's a great opportunity in Ironhaven, one of the most prolific mines.
Coach, come on over. We're going to play Never Have I Ever.
Ooh, yeah, actually, I really like that game. All right, look at the card, flip it over. That's the directions. Literally, they're terrible. There you go.
All right. So they kind of
Think about it.
You see the dwarves kind of talking to each other, having some conversation.
Think about it.
What'd you learn from the dwarves?
They work in the mines down beneath here. They're the ones mining all this purple crystal.
Oh, the night crystals.
That's
whatever.
fascinating, but all right, my turn. Never have I ever been with another person with a tail.
All right. So do we drink if
You
we
drink
have a
if
tail?
if you've done
Or-
it, you drink.
Saeleas and Jabin exchange a look.
If
and
you're
they both
not
suddenly
sure,
drink.
if you're not
another
sure,
person
roll a
with a tail.
d10, and if it's 5 and above, then you have. It's 4 and below, then you haven't. The night goes on, and you guys have a good night's rest, and you wake up the next morning, and
And a 1. And a 14.
We're trying
At
to
6
sleep,
a.m.
Coach.
48.
after
so sorry,
Coach does some
David.
calisthenics, you have a nice...
114.
You keep skipping numbers.
You have a nice breakfast at your inn, and Callum, the dwarf monk who you recognize from before, meets you at the front door and says, "All right then, you lot. It's my job to escort you to the palace. The Crystal Council's wanted to meet you.
Oh, you're coming as well.
I'm just escorting you there. I'm not actually going to be in the meeting."
Oh, it's too bad. You seem like a very capable fellow.
"Well, I like to think so, but we'll see what they have in store for me."
Callum, I don't suppose you have any inkling on what they might be wanting to talk to us about today, do you?
Well, they've met a few times the last couple of days. I think there's been a lot of decisions made. There was also a missing council member, so... but a lot of things, reports coming back from Emberbrook, scouts being sent out, that sort of thing. So I imagine it's something to do with that.
Well, let's get going. My coin purse is definitely getting
All right, let's go.
very, very low.
And he-
hopefully this provides something.
He escorts you. You guys walk about a mile or so to the palace district, and you guys go through a series of corridors. The palace is, as you would expect, a lavishly adorned building. It is ivory with these sort of sconces that are not torches so much as glowing crystal. And you make your way through a couple of different corridors until you reach a very large set of doors, and they open up. And then before you, you see kind of a curved table, and behind it, there are several figures. In the middle, you see Queen Mora herself. Today, she's wearing a black dress with black leather breastplate and a dark purple shimmering cape. Kishara, who is the Minister of Arcana that was introduced to you before. Nuzir Ram, the Drow Shadow Sorcerer, is a Minister of Justice. There's a few other people that are around that you haven't been introduced to. So as you guys approach, those are the ones that you recognize from before. Callum goes to leave, and you hear Kishara say, "Oh, Callum, we'd like you to stay, actually." Oh, all right, of course. Yes, and he sort of takes a spot behind you. The Queen speaks up, and she says, "My friends, I am very sorry with what has happened. I cannot express my condolences enough for the loss of our friend Cobbles as well as your town. We are doing everything in our power to find out what we can do to make things right and to bring this man, this Cole Satori, to justice." She kind of looks at Kishara, says, "First of all, I believe introductions are in order. You've met Nuzir, our Minister of Justice. To his right, we have Cole Flintspire from Moonswallow, the Bard College. He is the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And you see this elegantly yet decadently dressed tiefling. He just kind of looks, he's like, charmed, I'm sure."
No.
And
Don't be rude.
Kishara continues. "From the town of Zeppelbrum, the gnome that you see over there, that's Bartleby Ticklefoot. He's the Minister of Technology." He just kind of waves at you very excitedly, kind of bouncing up and down.
With each of these, Saeleas is doing his annoying, overly ostentatious bow.
Nice.
You can probably just do that once, Saeleas.
No, I must give. You have to give proper respect to everybody.
Okay.
Sarsa's just still glaring
not
with her
royalty.
arms crossed over
I
her
don't know
chest.
this.
Like, none of these people are exciting for her.
To our left, we have from Quay, Liberty Cornwhistle. She's the Minister of Treasury. And then there's one seat that's left empty. The seat on the end was occupied by Evet Rosales, the representative from your town of Emberbrook. She was the Minister of Labour and Welfare.
The HOA. We did not like her.
we had our disagreements.
Kishara continues, "You've been summoned here by the Queen because we may need your help with the recent events, and she speaks highly of your skills. But we feel like we should bring you up to speed with everything that's been going on and everything that's been happening in the town."
All right, well, let us know what you need us for.
Well,
And then we'll discuss how that's going to work.
we recognize that you all have helped with the Queen.
Oh, you recognise that, do you? Took you long
Please.
enough. We've been sitting here for 3 days.
Sarsa.
This is the first time you come and
Queen
even
Mora
say hello.
speaks up and she says, "Please, Sarsa, let us finish."
All right, Your Majesty.
Thank you. And then Kishara continues. "Yes, well, we would like to compensate you for your role in rescuing Her Highness. I hope that 500 gold each would help you out and give you some respite to some of the losses that you have made. I know it's not much in sentimental value, but we'd like to provide that for you today."
500 gold?
It's a start.
Oh,
That each. As in, Jabin gets 500 and I also get 500.
We'll talk about that. Cole Satori has threatened revenge on everyone in the council, including Queen Mora. He's killed one of the Crystal Council, as you know. And then Nuzir speaks up, the drow. "The Dragonborn armies to the east from the realm of Kartavot are also gathering. Their lands are barren, desolate, and the soil is infertile. They have demanded that we give them our resources, or else they will invade, take what they need. Cole, Liberty, and myself will meet the heads of the Dragonborn army to attempt a peaceful negotiation. But that leaves not as many council members here with the Queen." Then Kishara takes over. "We've had a few more reports of attacks of creatures in the lower caverns here in Falcon Reach. More of these hybrid creatures like the direwolf wyvern that attacked the cathedral a few weeks ago. I don't know if you guys have seen any of creatures that have been sort of
Not as cool as
hybridized.
that one.
we've been just waiting in a tavern.
We saw a
Where's that?
dog worm.
Well, I just mean like in the realm.
Oh,
Yeah.
in general. I saw a flaming demon creature from the fire plane that we extinguished and sent back. So yeah, I think we can take care of your little crawly creatures in the tunnels.
And
Oh,
Nazir
he's
says,
cocky. I like him.
"A fire lord."
Yes, it's named by Sharkandrus.
Charcuterie?
Chimichurri.
Charmander.
You guys probably could have written that down or something.
Well, you said a snake dog.
Yeah. It's okay. I killed it.
I used to love that shit.
Valiantly.
You didn't do
We
that
killed
all by
it. We
yourself.
killed it.
You never gave me
Right,
proper
well,
credit.
I got the
seems
killing
that-
blow, okay?
This has been a common occurrence as of late. We're not quite sure why, but we're looking into it. It's just something that you all should be aware of.
Do I notice any arm knight things on any of these Crystal
Sign
Council
them up.
members?
No.
Any symbols? No?
If you're a member of the Crystal Council, please raise your hand up high.
That's where
Hand
your
facing
sleeve
me.
is.
All right, so
As
we're
you're-
gonna have
Well,
a.
I'll just tell you, as you're looking, they all have long sleeves or gloves on.
I don't need to challenge some people to some arm wrestling.
We have also discussed this, and Callum, we would like to make you the new personal guard of the Queen until we can find a replacement for Cobbles, and until this threat is taken care of. We believe she will be safe with you at her side. And Callum just kind of looks and blinks for a second and says, "Well, I'll do my best."
Hey, way to go, buddy.
Kishara says, "Because our attention will be divided, this is where you come in. We will need help finding a way to locate and hopefully find out more about this Cole Satori. We'd like you to meet with Bartleby, our Minister of Technology here, and find out anything you can about his whereabouts or maybe where he came from. Bartleby will fill you in on the details. Just, if you go out and look for him, do not engage him. Bartleby will fill you in on the details. Just find out where he is or where he might have gone and report back. So if you accept, we'll be able to pay you 200 gold a week for your services as long as you're under the employ of the Royal Highness.
That's a pretty good wage.
Jerik, how are you feeling about that?
Well,
Queen, we accept your offer.
Hey. All right.
She says,
fine.
excellent.
No.
But there is one more matter to discuss. We are missing a council member. And
Very well. I volunteer.
Jerik.
we have talked with members of Emberbrook, and they have come up with a member of the community that they feel would be representative. And they look at Jabin.
What? Gee, oh,
And
honey,
said-
this is very exciting.
Mr. Jabin, if you would join us on the council representing Emberbrook, we would be honored with your knowledge and counsel. And Jabin says, well, I don't know much about labor or...
You should do this. You will be helping
it's a
people.
tremendous opportunity. I mean,
It is.
I mean, just the research alone.
Think about the opportunity this is presenting. Of course you should do this. I'm so proud of you.
Coach comes up between the two of them. He sticks his head in between. He goes, yeah, Jabin, you should totally do it. That's a great
Coach,
idea.
All right, I'll
Just
do it.
do it.
He
Just do
it.
He kind of pushes
Alright.
Coach aside, and he says, should I sit down now? She says, yes, please. We have much to discuss. And so he goes and sits down and goes, moves the chair. And
All right.
All right.
so
good
Bartleby
job, David.
stands up and he's like, all right, if you guys could follow me, we're going to go in my workshop.
We're following.
I definitely would have asked somebody about how we get paid.
Yeah.
Did they hand over gold, or is this like a
What do we
deposit
collect?
thing?
Yeah, just for the logistics, there's some gold that will be delivered to you safely at your inn, later on you guys can find
You don't wanna be
where you
walking
want to
around
put
with
that, and they're not going to just give it to you with holding sacks of gold.
Will it be there before we leave? Because I expect we're going to want some amount of money on the adventure.
Yes.
Right.
So if you will go with Bartleby, then I believe our business is concluded. And good luck, and be careful.
Yeah, right.
Hello, Knights of the Roll Table. This is Chris Daly, your Dungeon Master for Season 2 of the podcast. After the combat-heavy Episode 2, I hope you're enjoying a bit of world building and role-playing in this episode. We certainly had a lot of fun with this one. Also, thanks to Marc Crespo for being our guest player for this episode, and thanks to everyone that's hitting up iTunes and giving a good rating and subscribing to the show so you can have a fresh new episode delivered to your device every time it's out of the oven, so to speak. Giving us a review and a 5-star rating really helps the iTunes algorithm, and we'll even read out a review on the podcast. So if you have a chance, a minute, don't be afraid, just leave a review. Tell us who your favorite characters are, what your favorite story moment is, whatever you like. We love hearing from you. We also want to tell you about another awesome podcast you should check out, the World Forge podcast. On the World Forge, Piper and Sam improvise new RPG characters each week based on a random word picked during the episode. Zach, who plays Jerik, and Jeff, who plays XX Bloody Heart, were guests on the episode that posted yesterday, and they all created pirate characters. They had a great time and wanted me to thank Piper and Sam and encourage you to check out the World Forge podcast, which should be available wherever you download Knights of the Roll Table. Also, we have a contest. You can win a print of our Season 1 characters, drawn by me, or one lucky winner will win original character art, also drawn by me. Just go to our Twitter profile and retweet the contest post, and follow us, or on Instagram, follow us, like the contest post, and tag a friend in the comments. Heck, if you do both, you'll be entered twice. It's a random drawing, but there will be several winners. Contest ends October 1st, so get going, you goobers. We know we're not the only D&D actual play podcast out there, so we really honestly thank you so much for listening,
and giving us a chance. Be sure to check out new art on our Instagram at Knights of the Roll Table Podcast. This week you can see a map of Marcessa and Marc's character, Chaser of Shadows, aka Chaser. Weston Gardner, who does all of our theme music and sound editing and experiments with dice creating, you guys, can make a custom RPG anthem for you. Check out his audio skills at Make My Anthem. Got a D&D question or need some advice on your campaign? You can leave us feedback or ask us any how-to D&D questions. Send us an email at knightsoftherolledtable@gmail.com. You can be the first person that's emailed us. The first! Finally, follow us on Twitter at RolledTable. That's all of our announcements. Now go out and make life an adventure.
So you guys follow your way to Bartleby's workshop, which is up several staircases to a large workshop on a tower on the east wing. There's a giant open window, wooden shelves with boxes of parts, cabinets and armoires, tables that are covered in purple glowing lanterns, scrolls and schematic drawings, and some vials of various colored liquids. Bartleby says, "Oh, hi everyone. So I want to make sure I introduce myself. My name is Bartleby Ticklefoot. Nice to meet you.
Hello there, Bartleby.
Hello.
Where'd you get that there,
Hello.
that there last name of yours, Jaron?
Oh, it's the Ticklefoot name. It's been with my family for generations. It's a long time. I'm from Zeppelbrum. It's a gnome and half orc community on east of here, next to the falls. Have you ever been there? Anybody ever been to?
It's
Nope.
an interesting pairing.
I have not.
Oh, it's quite lovely. Well, maybe you'll get the chance to go sometime. Oh, did you like that Aravan, the floating caravan
it
design?
was
I designed that.
you
That was-
did?
I'm the minister of technology
Oh,
here,
that
but
was
I really just get to make things and
very
stuff.
impressive.
It's quite wonderful.
I am quite curious, though. There seems to be some strange powers and magic at play here. Are you using magic to power that there ship?
Using the night
there is
crystals.
arcana involved. I guess you could call it magic, but I mean the night crystals provide a natural source of energy source, which when refined down to their well, they make things fly.
Oh, you continue your thought. That was very interesting.
Maybe we'll talk later.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's but actually they have some medicinal properties as well, and when they're refined into a liquid form, and also they can provide some energy. So it's not just levitation particles. But they have several things. We mostly, we used it for improving Falcon Reach, but
Where do y'all find this substance?
oh, it's all built into the mountains around here, and also you probably noticed Falcon Reach is floating on an island. I mean, it's kind of a big thing, but
We did
Yeah,
notice that.
You totally noticed.
it's
that.
sort of
he
like
noticed.
an inverse mountain. It sort of points down, so all the mining is done there, and also around the mountains around Falcon Reach as well. So we have a lot of dwarves that do all the mining, and they do a fantastic job with inventions that I designed to help them mine more efficiently. They cut into the rock a little bit faster, but they do all the work.
Have you considered authoring a book?
A book?
Yes, on all your inventions.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
much
it'd
too
be-
busy for books. And then all of a sudden, you notice
That's
as
gonna be
he's
Ghost
talking
Rider.
and you guys are talking, this in the window that you saw behind him, this large metal eagle flies in. And he turns around and he says, "Oh, Porto. Oh, hello, everyone. This is Porto. He's my eagle."
You have an eagle?
Well, I made him. He's a little project of mine. Sometimes I take him for rides when I'm trying to, relieve.
You're a
some
big
stress.
boy.
Right. So let's actually talk. And Porto kind of hops over to a little sort of metal nest that he's constructed, and he sits down. Well, we know he's not in Emberbrook. There's been a couple scouts that have gone to Emberbrook. All of those twig blights that you were fighting, they're dead. They're just kind of on the ground. It's like they just fell down. No one really saw that, but they're not moving. Cole Satori's not there either. There's no remnants of him being there. We don't really know where he is. There's only a few possibilities, though, of where he might have had a base of operations for attacking Emberbrook. Even if he was flying there, probably couldn't have flown too far, right? I guess. I didn't really see him fly. Was he flying a lot?
Quite a bit up in the air. Well, he did come down.
Where are you thinking, maybe?
Well, it's probably better if I show you a map. So he pulls out a map of Marcessa.
So that's where we are.
So there's a few possibilities. What I'm thinking, where Emberbrook is, I guess he could have just gone into the ocean, but he also kind of burned all the boats. He didn't sound like the kind of guy that would float that well, or maybe go underwater with the.
Well, we do know that like all the plants came out from the what is it looking like, the Orm Forest.
Oh yeah, the Orm Forest, right?
Forest.
Well, I'm getting there. Yeah. That's a good observation. Sorry, I didn't catch your name, dwarf.
Oh, you can call me Coach.
Oh, Coach. Yeah. I'm Bartleby. Well, I think your observation about coming from the forest, the Orm Forest, I actually think he might have come a little bit further from the Evermist Forest because of all the blights, really. The twig blights.
The twig
that you guys
things,
fought.
yeah.
Well,
Is that where those twig blights come from?
well, we analyzed some of the twigs and the vines, and they're not really native to the Orm Forest, but more from the Evermist Forest. They're a thicker thing, so if they resonated there, they probably actually came from there, and we're thinking he might have hid there somewhere as well.
Aren't you all a little bit concerned if this guy had those crystals
Night crystals.
in his armor?
Yeah.
Is there some kind of breach here?
Or is this a commonly
can we
known
not
technology?
trust everybody here? Because I haven't seen those night crystals anywhere but here.
That is a good concern.
I just,
I don't think the technology would be something that a lot of people would be familiar with.
Bartleby, are you a spy?
Well, no, I mean, I don't even know what that means.
insight check.
You don't get a read on this guy. Can I roll it?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, that's a 5, so that's going to be that's a 9.
9.
He's never heard of.
You
word
seemed
spy.
flattered that you asked.
Oh, he seems
He seems flattered that you asked.
All right.
That he was a spy, but kind of hard to read. He's got really thick glasses, and it's hard to tell his eyes,
Damn,
if they're dilated or not. He's kind of like blink, 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 and yeah, he's kind of hard to read right now.
Okay.
But
Have you ever created a large suit of armor powered by the night crystals? Perhaps that has gotten out of your purview.
I think I would have remembered if I had done something like that. I mean, I created a large flying eagle.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Very
It is
impressive.
cool. I didn't mention that. That's super cool.
That's-
if you can
that's-
make me one of those,
That's
that
my
would be
Porto.
rad.
Well, it took quite a bit of resources to make something like
The-
that.
Okay, but if you should like die or fall off of it or something, can I have it? I mean, just hypothetically.
That's a really odd thing to ask
It's
somebody.
not really that odd. A lot of people die.
From what we know from everyone's descriptions of
Alright, we'll come back to
Cole
that
Sartorius, he's
later.
wearing some sort of magical armor, like we think probably
I'm
powered
assuming
from the
that was a
night
yes.
crystals. He has some. He also, it sounds like he has some sort of resistance to magical effects.
It did seem that way.
Right. So, and we're not showing if he was actually controlling the twig blights that you saw, or maybe he was just in league with them. That's also kind of a strange thing, don't you think?
Isn't that our whole point right now? Is we're going to go see what we can find.
Right. Well, anyway, so I actually made some things because they told me yesterday that they were going to ask you, and I was hoping you say yes. So I stayed up quite a few hours last night, and I made some things for you. And Coach,
Yes.
I just in case you guys have things to overcome, I made you some rope. And he hands you this rope, and it's
This
about
is-
50 feet.
Great.
So, but this isn't any ordinary rope. It's
Good for fences.
It's actually kind of a
Gates.
well, it'll obey your commands. And if you tell it to go up, it'll go up. And if you tell it to not, if you say not, it'll form
Not
knots.
go up. Oh, it'll do knots.
Yeah, knots. So you can climb it.
Oh, well.
And he hands you this rope of climbing.
This magical gobbledygook is not really my thing, but this definitely come in handy for sure. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Sarsa.
Oh, that's me.
Well, I figured just in case you need to call back and let me know how things are going, I wanted a good way for us to communicate. So he hands you this rock. And it's sort of like a smoothed over kind of garnet rock. There's little flecks of black and red in there. And he says, with this, if you think hard enough, you'll be able to communicate with me. And I have the other one. He holds up one that's also kind of similar. And you can tell me what you're thinking and what you're
Listen,
saying.
if you just wanted to talk to me more, you could have just bought me a drink.
I could give it to somebody else. I mean, if it's awkward.
It's fine. I'll take your ass.
So you have ascending stone. Mr. I don't know how to say your name.
Saeleas.
Saeleas. Okay, good. I knew that you were of a magic variety, right? So
Yes.
I figured, usually you magic types aren't very strong. Am I right?
That is very
so
true.
I made you the stick, and he kind of hands you a stick.
Oh, a walking stick.
Yeah, but it's not an ordinary stick. It's actually, it'll actually make you a little bit stronger. It has innate holistic properties that will give you a little bit of a stronger feel to them. So I think you'll like it quite a lot. So he gives you a staff of defense.
Thank you.
you can
This
look
is
that
very
up.
nice.
Sticks and stones.
And finally,
And rope.
Jerik, I didn't make anything for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll
But-
just take the eagle.
Well,
If I
actually,
die.
but I didn't make anything for you. I was going to, but they said that they actually found. Well, there was a package that was delivered to Emberbrook, but the guy that delivered it, he was a Dreadx employee, and he was looking for the building, but he couldn't find it because everything was gone. But the scouts found it, and they found your name on it, and then they brought it back yesterday. So I wanted to get this to you.
Interesting.
I wonder if
Gives
he
you
knows that's a
package
criminal
with
organization.
this letter.
I will read this letter.
Listen, sometimes help can come in all shapes and sizes.
Jerik probably isn't in the habit of reading letters out loud, but I'm sure it'll come into play. Just got word about Emberbrook. I'm writing in hopes you and your colleagues have survived. Knowing you, I trust you found a way. Stay strong, don't lose heart, and if you get in trouble, don't forget to run. I've included something that I think you'll need more than I will. I hope it keeps you safe and quiet. Your father, Eric. Well, at least he's good for something.
Don't suppose your dad's gonna come pay us a visit now, is
So you
he?
open this up, and it's armor, and it's kind of this shiny white, silvery, mithril chain. It looks like a shirt, but it's thin enough and light enough where you could put it under what you're currently wearing. So you have been sent mithril splint armor. Nice. This also does not cause disadvantage on stealth checks, which currently you have, but this will negate that.
Awesome. I pick it up and shake it really hard.
You don't
It
hear
doesn't
anything.
make as much noise.
No noise.
No
noise.
No noise. Yeah, exactly.
That's very
So it's very
interesting.
quiet. You'll probably need a place to get around the realm because it's kind of big. So meet me at platform 16 tomorrow, and I'll have some transportation for you.
All right. Well, thank you, Tara Barnaby.
Is one of you able to pilot a ship at all?
Boy, I've been on ships since I was a wee lass.
Oh, good.
If it can go from point A to point B, I can take her there.
Excellent. Well, I'll meet you all tomorrow. Goodbye.
Right, and thank you very much.
I rather fancy that little man.
Did you guys see that weird nest he was in? He built a nest.
Probably for
Did
his
you not
friend.
notice? He was inside of a nest the entire time.
I hadn't noticed.
What do you say we celebrate with a pint?
So you have kind of the rest of the day to kill. What do you guys want to do?
With 500 gold. Wait, did we get it now?
It'll be delivered to your inn.
Let's go to
when
the
you're
inn,
there.
make sure that they came
Yeah,
through.
we're gonna make sure that I have 3 gold to my name.
Okay, so you head your way back to the inn.
Respite didn't have very much. They weren't very lucrative. That's for sure.
Walking through the streets back to your inn, it's kind of afternoon at this point. There was a lot of walking and kind of meeting people and stuff like that. It's taken up some of the day. You spent some time testing things out in Bartleby's workshop, and you're walking back towards your inn, and you see several shops open selling various street foods, meats, pastries, savory bites. There's some sit-down places, veggie trays. There's one shop that you notice, a small half-circle hand pie with a goblet of ale in its wooden crest, and the sign reads, Petra's Pockets. It smells incredible.
Wait a minute. I've had these before. These are awesome. We got to get some pockets, you guys.
I have no idea what these are. It does smell really good.
Come
though.
on, you got to.
You've never had a hand pie.
It sounds gross when you call them.
That sounds
just call 'em
really
pockets.
not. I mean,
I like to call them
is
pasties.
it stuffed with things or
Yes, often
Yeah, it's got
potatoes
meat
or meat.
and sauce and sometimes a wee bit of cheese.
Usually some root vegetables.
Coach, it's the food of hardworking people.
Let's go right now.
You see a couple of dwarves in the back. They're kind of...
And here you go.
A
Throws a
gruff,
card down.
mustachioed human man with kind of blotchy skin walks over to you. What can I get for you guys?
I'll have a pie and a pint.
All right.
I'll have a pie with a hand.
Nope, that's not a thing. See,
Well,
if you
we
call
just
him
have
hand
pockets.
pockets,
There's a
this
hand
is the kind
fight.
of thing that
It's
happens.
because it fits right
Sir,
in your hand. You don't even need no
listen,
bowl, no plate.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been here before, buddy?
No, give him the tour.
Well, okay. Pocket is essentially a little handheld meat pie. It's pork, potatoes, pastry, butter, and salt. It's everything that a working dwarf needs, like yourself.
I don't know why I'm still waiting for this.
Okay. Well, how many do you want?
Like 10?
Wow. All right. Most people just
for
get
you?
2, but all right. 10 for the table.
Oh, man,
Why
it's
don't
talking
we
about
start
me.
with 10?
Yes, please.
All right.
Protein's an important part of the, regiment.
Do you
We're
have
very
more than one
hardworking
variety?
folks
You know,
here.
could we get a picture of ale?
We don't do pictures. We just do pints.
All right. Who else wants a pint?
Oh, I'll take
All of
one.
those.
I mean, I'll
All
pour
right.
you a pint and pitch it over to you, lass, if you like.
Oh, is that a threat?
No.
Unfortunate.
So he goes back in the kitchen and he brings somebody else brings you the pints, and as you're waiting, you're kind of sipping some stuff, and then 3 figures approach you. You're approached by a man, late 40s. He has a blonde mohawk, wearing a brown tunic and some scarves around his neck. There's a half-elf woman who has dark skin. There's a dragonfly face tattoo. Her hair is braided back to a bun and then let loose to fall down her back. And then the third figure is a humanoid, but he's definitely not human, elf, dwarf. He's more of a mix between kind of a humanoid, a Saint Bernard, and an iguana.
Yeah.
And they walk up to you and they look at all of you.
What is wrong with your face?
Coach.
Come on, man. Be
Please.
cool.
And his hair. I mean,
No, stop it.
it's like so tall.
I cover
I mean,
Coach's mouth.
Human says,
Hello, gentlemen and lady. What can we do for you?
Yeah, the boss wants to see you.
The boss. Please elaborate.
Well, our employer wants to see you.
Okay, that really didn't help that much. You just used different words to say the same thing.
What's his name? Or
Yeah.
her? I don't want to
And the woman says,
assume.
Raz, I don't think they know who you're talking about. You might as well just tell him. And he's like, I don't want to tell him. It's part of the mysterioso of the whole thing.
We just ordered a round of pints and some delicious meat pies, and you just come in here and you interrupt our meal. You're being very vague and truthfully not very kindly.
And the kind of dog iguana man kind of goes,
Oh, is that supposed to be intimidating? Because it sounds like you have a breathing problem.
I don't think...
All right, settle down. He might actually have a breathing problem. You don't know.
it's a little bit
think he
insensitive.
likes your aggression, love, you know.
Oh, this isn't aggressive. I was being downright charming. If you'd like to see me aggressive, we could step outside.
Sarsa, if we could wait until after the meal to get in a fight, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm pretty ready for a fight, Sarsa.
The man says, listen, it's going to be a lot easier if all of you just come with us right now. Leave the food. I don't want to make the boss.
I think you're
Angry.
underestimating just how hungry my friends and I
Listen,
are.
we'll make you come if we need
Could
to.
you just... I'm not going to touch that one.
Yet
Oh,
again,
you.
But
is that a threat or a promise?
Your face looks so dumb.
could you just hold a moment? Can you tell us more about what's going on before we leave? Otherwise, my friends here are very likely to start a fight, and I would really much rather eat.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right. Well, let's do that. And that 1 plus 7 is 8. my highest possible thing of all my stuff. I rolled a 1.
So
Duh.
Saeleas kind of says, maybe you could, kind of gets a little bit of like mead.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm very hungry. I'm hangry. I can't think.
Listen,
Jerik just sits and stares at them.
Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, listen, boyos, all right, we can go outside, we can throw down, or if you like, you can sit down, have a quick pint with us, tell us exactly what you're on about, and maybe we'll end things amicably. I'm going to use my charm person.
Charm person, nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I'm gonna go after the dude bro that's not half iguana, half
Raz, Mohawk,
Mohawk?
Yeah, the
human
Mohawk.
male, Raz.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does he have to do?
So basically, he has to make a wisdom saving throw, and if he fails, he will be charmed by me for an hour or until we harm him.
So he rolled a 12.
Okay, well, he failed.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we could sit down and have a pocket. I really love pocket.
There he is. Come on over here. Come
I
sit
mean,
next
you
to
seem
Sarsa.
so. Can I sit next to you?
Aye, boyo. Come on.
My name's
right
Raz.
here. And so she's gonna scooch over and have him here. Sit on me
And you
lap.
see the woman, the
I'm
dark
very
skinned woman. She
confused.
says, "Raz, what are you doing? I mean, we can't do this. The boss is gonna want us to." What you do to him? Hey, what you do to him?
I talked to her. Hey,
think I was-
listen.
I was just
listen.
very convincing.
Just Saeleas.
Sorry,
You were-
go ahead.
You were objectively not. Why don't you let us
Well,
handle
then
it
why
from
is he
here?
sitting down,
We're doing
then?
fine. Shush, shh, shush.
yes.
All right. Hey, listen. You look tired. You look like you've earned a pocket. We'll buy you a pocket. You've clearly been working too hard. I feel like this guy's calling the shots, and maybe it should be you. Why don't you join us? And afterwards, we'll
listen,
see your boss.
You don't understand. If we don't deliver, I mean, he's. Wait, I think you're the one that he wants to talk to.
Well, that's
Maybe if you just come with us.
uncomfortably likely.
I mean, maybe you. He didn't tell us exactly, but I mean, the way he was going on, it sounds like he really was mad about somebody, and he heard somebody was in town.
Yeah. Okay. Let's be
I-
honest.
I-
That's probably me. Okay.
It's probably you. I mean,
Talking.
so I think you should come with us. Just then, you hear the door from Petra's pockets open, and do you want to describe what you look like?
Yeah. So I
Is it a
am.
waiter.
Yeah. I'm
Thing.
I'm 6-foot-ish tall, yellow tabby looking kind of cat person. I've got some pretty sweet dark robes here, a couple of rapiers, and a mechanical arm. I'm also a little scruffy around the face, like I've been in a handful of fights with mixed results.
Look at the adorable kitten.
So this orange feline humanoid comes in, and he makes his way towards you.
Raz, what are you sitting on her lap? What is this?
As I said before, I've got space for one more.
No, Raz, I
was-
swear.
Boss, I don't know why he did that. She did something to his brain.
Ainsley, you're. I'm gonna leave Bin Bin in charge next time, okay? Yeah, you're supposed to be the. You're supposed to be the. Don't give me that, all right? Just keep these guys in line next time.
Hello,
Hey,
Chase.
how's it going, Jerik? It's been a while.
It's been complicated. It has been a
But
while.
You know him?
know each other.
Yeah, well, we have a little bit of a history.
A little bit, yeah.
You seem
yeah.
like you're doing well for yourself.
Well, I mean, I'm doing better. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I could do a little bit better. I mean, I clearly need new help.
Clearly.
Well, we outmatched them, so that's not their fault. I don't think you should penalize them for that.
The
Raz-
Raz here has been quite delightful.
Raz, splash some water on your face. Ainsley, do you mind just getting this guy?
Have you ever seen the skin and her horns?
Oh, goodness.
They're so curly.
He's gonna do
And
that for a
pointy.
while. I'm sorry
All right.
about
Well,
that.
okay. That's neither here nor there. Jerik.
Yes,
It's
Chase,
good that it's
my
good.
friend,
It's
my
good
good
to
buddy.
see you.
It's been a
good.
while. How
So
long's it been,
long.
Chase?
It's too long. Too
Yeah.
long. It's what it's
Yeah.
been. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you mind
looking
cluing
well.
the rest of us in on what's going on?
Yeah,
right
for
now?
real.
They're
What?
clearly friends.
Yeah, friends is one way of putting it.
detect-
Business partners is probably
Adventuring
another way.
buddies.
Yeah,
Just
that's-
in the scruffy bartender that you guys talked to, Brett brings out some of the pockets on a platter and a couple of pints. He's like, "Okay,
Glad I ordered 10.
Why don't you get a couple more of these?
all right."
But you can leave these here. Leave them right here.
I'll do that. Right. A couple more chairs, I guess, too.
Please. Raz will just be on Sarsa's lap, apparently.
yeah,
Actually,
I guess.
Raz, why don't you be a love? Go get us another few pints from the bar.
These are amazing. I just can't stop. These are so good.
See?
I haven't had carbs in forever.
So this is the kind of lot that you're associating yourself with now.
Yep.
Yes, we're very good friends.
Saeleas, you've got to try one of these. He shouldn't shove it in his face.
So about what is owed from the last time we were together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Now that we're back within talking distance, maybe we can, settle up.
I feel like things were left just fine the last time we were together.
Just
Things
fine.
went a little bit south. Some of us got a little bit greedy, and got some natural consequences for that.
Okay.
But others of us made sure those people were fine, and I think we parted ways in a pretty easy peasy manner.
Well, I'm significantly less limbed than before, so that's...
Oh,
seems like-
Jerik, did you have a hand in his
Oh, that seems inappropriate. That seems inappropriate.
You're inappropriate.
Does that thing work, by the way? Have you got a full...
No, it's great. It's great. It's got all sorts of bells and whistles. I paid top dollar. I mean, what little money I had left over, I put into it.
All right, yet again, you've yet to really illuminate us on exactly what has happened here, why you're here, why you've interrupted me lunch.
All right, listen.
So good. These are so good.
This is great. Chase and I, we were business associates. We did some jobs together back in the day, and the last one a few years back went a little bit south, and that was when my good friend Jace here lost that arm, which
Jerik,
he
you
fully
mean to tell
replaced.
me that you've been having deals go bad even before you met me?
Yeah,
way
I made
before.
a few. Yeah.
So you're saying the last 8 months weren't my fault?
Try dipping it in the
not
beer.
entirely.
That's a great idea.
These guys are a bit distracting. Did you want to go and maybe we can talk about this outside when my current associates maybe snap out of whatever's you got them under?
Sure, I'll take this one with me. The pocket, the hand pocket, the
Jerik.
Beatrice pocket, not the
Jerik.
people.
Yeah, about
Jerik,
that.
are you fine to go?
Hey, where was Moore's mine?
Coach has eaten all of the
Coach!
pockets.
Ah,
Saeleas said one.
I really shouldn't have eaten all those. Oh.
Jerik,
Yeah, they swell. They
hear
swell
from
right
the
in your
kitchen.
stomach.
Oh, I do.
You hear from the kitchen.
Oh, it's happening.
Hey, Rosa, put some more pockets on the grill.
Jerik, are you intending to have dealings with this here cat?
Dalians?
Dealings.
Daylights?
Dealings.
Dealings.
Aye,
Dealings. I don't
yes.
know. He came to find us. It seems like if we don't kill each other for a few minutes, there's no harm in that, right?
How'd you know we were here?
I heard through the grapevine that you were in town. Well, that Jerik was in town, and I figured that we could, square things up, and maybe I can get what's owed to me.
All right.
You know,
Plus
we were
interest.
looking at all the new people coming in. I mean, maybe looking to take advantage of them. And we saw this guy, and we told the boss what we saw. And, one thing led to another, and we did some recon, and sure enough, it was him. I mean, it is him, right?
Oh, yeah, it's him. It's
Yeah,
him.
it's definitely him. Chase, why don't you just lay it out? What you say to me, you can say to these people.
Okay, so you seem to be keeping really, really a highfalutin company nowadays, with the last couple of... day that you've
I'm
been...
not that impressive,
no.
but it's nice that you think so.
Present company excluded. I meant like your little meeting.
Well, that was mean. All right, yeah, you could say that. Yeah,
I'm just
you
saying.
could say that.
I mean, if you're really wanting to square things up, just let me get a little bit of a cut.
Of what now?
I don't know. You tell me.
What do you have to offer us, Chase?
Well, I've got these 3, and me, and the stabbing points at the end of these sabers. Like, I'm pretty sure whatever you're doing here is going to need a little extra muscle.
All right, so you're available for hire, right? Or you're
Raz, do you
threatening to
think-
stab
could
us,
you
I'm not sure.
rub me shoulders while they're chatting.
No,
of
Raz,
course I will.
I swear.
Of course I will, Lady
so,
Sarsa.
Harder.
So I'm not going to stab you, but yeah, you can hire us. We are a discount, with the 4 of us.
Well, that might come in handy. We might do that. I could,
Sure.
Actually, boss, I gotta take care of my little sister tomorrow. My mum, she's got laundry tomorrow, and I gotta take care of her.
All right. So
And you hear, you hear
Real
Ben,
committed to the cause.
you hear Ben go.
okay. No, I get it. Yeah, you gotta. I forgot that was this weekend. So yeah, you talked to me about that.
And then, as he's massaging Sarsa's shoulders, you hear Raz say, "Yeah, I've got plans tomorrow too, boss. Sorry." Keeps massaging.
Okay, so I guess you've got me, and I can help you guys out in whatever you got going on up here. I'm sure I've been here for a while now, so I know the ins and outs. I've seen a lot of things. You guys were tailed for like a couple of days, and you didn't even know it. Like, you guys are up a creek without any paddles.
We might have known it. I mean, I might have noticed that. Maybe you didn't notice me noticing.
I didn't see you. Mainly because I don't care.
Yeah, big fella.
We didn't
a
notice.
big little fella.
But now, look. And
Yeah.
I jump up and down and I don't make noise. Huh?
Oh, great.
Harder to tail now.
Yeah.
Taking care of that.
But you've got a whole little
All right,
contingent
listen,
nowadays.
Chase, you might be able to help out. I feel like we use all the help we
All
can
right,
get. If you
well
want
then,
to come along,
of course.
and you're willing to take directions and not steal stuff you're not supposed to steal, does that sound like a deal to you?
I promise I will follow direction.
All right.
All right, I got some more pockets for you guys.
Coach, no.
I grab one quickly.
I can't stop myself.
Coach, I think those dwarves over there are looking at your business card.
Oh, my love handles.
They just
One
his
deal
fast just
and
popping out of
Coach-
him.
So
It's
for the
been
sake of
suppressed
time,
for so
the
long.
night goes on, and you guys maybe have a couple more drinks and pockets, and you learn a little bit about Chaser, the Chaser of Shadows, who Jerik has just nicknamed Chase. The night goes on, and you kind of say like, "I'll meet you tomorrow." You tell Chase where you're going to be tomorrow morning, where you're supposed to meet Bartleby.
Oh yeah, we're going down. We're going down to the caverns. There's some nasty stuff down there. Hope you're up to it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll stick with you guys. How's that sound? So we don't get separated. You know, that's it's never good to get separated from your party, right?
No, I
Jerik,
get it.
right?
I get it.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay,
all right,
cool.
I get it. It's not good. For
I
that
don't
to
get
happen.
it. I really don't.
So all of you, including Chaser, head back to the inn that you're staying in. You see when you get there that there is
Bye, Raz.
Raz goes home. Yeah, he tries that after about an hour. He kind of snaps out of it. And he's like, "What? I gotta go home," and he just like runs away. And he kind of looks at you and he gets really embarrassed. And he's like, and I'm not into. Oh, and he kind of like runs. And so you guys get back to your inn, and you notice that there are some royal guards outside of your rooms. They're just kind of standing there, and they seem to be waiting for you. And they're like,
Mr. Darkharbour,
Oh, hello, Mr. Guard.
Saeleas,
What are you doing here?
Coach,
There are just people
hello.
everywhere.
How are you?
Mrs. Demisalt.
Mace.
Miss, sorry, and Tabaxi. We were instructed to deliver some payment.
Ah, yes.
So they hand you a box.
Thank you.
Well, you weren't there at this point,
Right.
He's like, we'll come back to our hotel rooms. Yeah, what are you doing here?
Jabin, by the way, after the meeting, he went back to the inn, so he.
Oh,
is
so he's
already-
not, like,
Yeah,
staying
he's not
at
with
the
you the whole time.
Crystal,
yeah.
whatever.
He didn't come to Bartleby's thing. So you guys get a box. The guards leave. You're there, left in the hallway in the inn with Chaser. Are you sleeping in Jerik's room, or like what's going on?
Well, if anyone wants to share, I mean, I don't take up a whole lot of space, or I can go find.
Jerik, you're the one that
You're
brought this
from
barnacle
here.
into
What?
this.
Can't you- where'd you
think
sleep
it's
I was
last
staying
night?
with Raz, but he's got a thing. So
A thing?
yeah, and I'm not gonna go all the way back over across.
They're calling you the boss and you don't have a place to go sleep?
Well, we are kind of roaming. We're in between places right now. Okay, I'll just find a nice warm fire. Okay, I'll go find some place to curl up.
Fine. You can... Can he stay with us? I kind of owe him one.
Fine.
Looks
You
like
know
you owe
what?
him 5.
Could we perhaps put him in with
Sarsa's
Coach
just
in a
gonna walk
different
away and
room?
try
Absolutely
to find
not.
someone that's
You
attractive at
two
the
are
bar.
phenomenal.
I'm so
So
sorry.
Coach, Saeleas go in their room with Jabin's already there. Sarsa, Jerik, and Chaser joins them. He finds a little spot on the rug, curls up, and puts his swords down. And you guys get a night's rest with a couple of watchful eyes on each other, and just because there's some suspicion there. The next morning,
My box is definitely curled up with me.
yeah. The next morning, you meet Bartleby at platform 16, including Chaser comes along with you, and he's looking very impressed that you guys are on a royal platform, which is not something that you probably normally hang out with. It's different from the one that you came in on before that seemed to be a more general loading platform for the general public. This is one of the royal platforms. You see a floating ship. It's not as big as the Aerovan that you were originally taken on. It's about 10 foot wide by 40 feet long and about 10 feet in height. and there's a couple of adornments above it. It's white with that kind of glowing purple night crystal trim. There's 2 large pontoons on the side that seem to be containing the night crystal technology that cause the levitation. And there's a helm platform that's raised up on the main deck. And there's what looks like enough space for what Sarsa would know, a crew area and extra storage below. It's more like a mini Bago, not a Winnebago. Good for day trips, but not for like long trips.
I don't care. It's gorgeous.
It's not in the best condition, but it is something that...
It's gorgeous and it's mine.
So Barbara says, good morning, everyone. Thank you for meeting. I'm glad you came back. Hello, Mr.
Bartleby, this is Chaser. He's going to be assisting us,
All
if
right.
you don't mind.
Well, the ship will fit 6, so that's fine. Sure, you can come along. I guess you're welcome to bring on crew. Do you have any flying experience?
I'm Cat, so no.
Okay, well, so anyway, we have a couple of positions on the ship, and
he actually gets extraordinarily uncomfortable. And he
he
freaks out. All his hair puffs up. He will scratch you if you get near.
He explains to you that it's probably best to have a couple of positions that are assigned on the ship, and the positions are thus: Captain. The captain should be proficient with water or air vehicles. Cannoneer. The cannoneer should be proficient with martial weapons. The shipwright, who fixes things should they go wrong, should be proficient with artisan's tools. The navigator, who might have a proficiency with perception. The quartermaster, who is in charge of rations assignments, sort of like the XO under the captain. And punishment is proficiency with insight.
Can I have 2 positions?
I don't know. It's up to you guys. You guys can figure it out. Anyway, but you said, Sarsa, that you know how to fly, so I guess...
I didn't. Didn't actually say fly, but I have captained a ship before for a wee.
Oh, well, an airship is very similar. It's just instead of you're on water, you're floating. But the technology makes it seem very similar. All of the commands and directionals are similar, except you're also on a z-axis instead of just an x and a y-axis.
Aye.
It goes up and down.
Right.
So
I assume you guys will be going to the forest, the Evermist forest.
Hey, Bartleby, you mentioned Darkwell Cave yesterday. Wasn't that where Massimo Lionheart disappeared in the first place?
Oh, yeah. That was pretty bad stuff.
Has anybody checked that place out?
No one really goes down there voluntarily. Last I heard, it was kind of like covered up.
You don't think we should check there instead of this forest place?
Between you and me, I would try to maybe have a bigger army or like more bigger weapons, or I wouldn't go in there. Well, no offense to you guys, but I don't think you could handle it.
Zach, he's saying we need to level up.
No, but you could certainly go there. If you went there, that'd be amazing.
No.
But
you're perfectly right.
Massimo didn't come back from that, and you're not quite Massimo.
Okay, you can stop talking now. I heard your advice.
Big
No, we're
guy,
good.
and
Yeah,
really,
says
big,
the nest builder over here.
Well, I didn't build the nest. That was my bird. That was my eagle. That was Porto.
Perhaps you could build us all a great deal of armor powered by the night crystals, and then we would be very powerful, and then we could go into these caves.
Work on that on your free time. Today we're sailing.
Okay, are you taking captain?
Does anyone object? If you object, you tell me now.
I don't advise you object.
No, you can.
Wouldn't be silly
not
of us
really
to
a
not-
captain kind of person.
This ship here, she got a name.
She doesn't have a name. It's just right now it's just 12 because it was 12 out of 20. But you can call her whatever you want.
Fantastic. 12 it is.
No. No, she'll be the Crescent Squall 2.
Real amazing crew you got here, Jerik.
What are you gonna do, Chaser?
I stab things. I can be perceptive.
And as soon as you
feel
say
like he's
that,
probably the cannoneer.
this half orc in a white overalls comes out with a little paintbrush in his ear, and he's like, and he starts painting. He starts with fine,
Where did he-
this amazing kind of like artisan skill, and he has that kind of cool like brush stroke where it gets thin and thick, and he starts
There's
writing
somebody-
the Crescent Squall too, but it's TOO.
Hey, if he can spell crescent and squall, I'll
You just
take
have
it.
them on staff? Like, he was just.
Yeah, that's his job. He just writes words on things. All right, well, good luck, and don't forget the sending stones. You can let me know if you need anything. I'll just be here. Maybe I can give you some advice, over communication. I got to go to a council meeting, but good luck, everybody. And don't forget, if you see Cole Satori, don't fight him. He'll kill you.
Oh, good advice.
Yeah,
Thank-
sure he
thank
will.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, Bartleby.
Good luck. Bye.
It was a pleasure seeing you again.
All right, so we're back from assigning roles. So Sarsa is going to be captain, Jerik is the quartermaster, Coach is cannoneer, Chase is going to be navigator, and Saeleas is the shipwright. We'll see if those roles come into play. And so you guys take off, and this is the Crescent Squall 2. And you start flying.
All right, man the sails, strike the stuff, make the ship go.
Shouldn't you know these things?
She would. Jen doesn't.